Most people see this place as a fantasy world. I see clever details and smart design choices that feel real. With a background in civil engineering, I tend to notice things a little differently. So stick around, you might never see this game the same way again. Alright, here it is. This old stone bridge might not seem like much, but the more we look, the more we realize this thing is doing a lot. This is an arch bridge, one of the oldest and most reliable designs out there. That curved shape, it naturally pushes the weight outwards and down into the supports at each end. Those supports are called abutments, and they are critical. They hold back all that lateral force, keeping the arch locked in place. In real-world builds, they'd be planted deep, either into a solid rock or into compacted soil, depending on the terrain. Now, if this bridge had multiple arches, which some do, the supports between them are called piers. They're like backup abutments sharing the load from each span and transferring it straight down. Looking at the walkway, it is narrow but usable. Enough space for a cart or horses, and that worn stone texture, a nice touch of display as well. The stone looks like it's meant to be local field stone, maybe river stone, shaped by hand. That's a lot of labor, but it fits a rural setting like this. This wooden guard tower might be simple, but it tells a clear story. Raised platforms give a better view of the road, perfect for spotting visitors or spotting trouble before it gets close. The materials, rough timber, likely cut nearby, not fancy but practical, easy to replace if damaged. The joints on the materials look standard, simple cuts, no extraordinary joinery, but it holds up. It's not built to last forever, just long enough to do the job. As we step into the village, everything feels like it grew here. No clean grids, no planned symmetry, just winding paths and homes, angled wherever they happen to fit. The walkways, just worn earth, pressed down by footsteps, hooves, and wheels over the years. You'll notice the middle dips a bit lower. That's what happens when the ground gets used constantly without proper paving. Fences are rough-cut woods, nothing decorative, just enough to keep the animals in or the strangers out. And the homes, mostly timber-framed walls, doors, windows, and columns. Roof patched together with thatch or wood shingles, all using what's available nearby. You can even catch subtle signs of life, such as smoke from chimneys, a duck wandering around, tools left out. It's messy in a good way. Not like a movie set, but like a real place. Now here's something different. This building stands out. Bigger, broader beams, more structure. That's because this is the local inn. The place where everyone comes together to eat, talk, drink, and maybe brawl a little. The doorway's worn-out appearance resembles the years of usage from people passing through. That kind of detail is what makes great storytelling. We don't have to say the inn's important, we can see it is important. If this were a real village, this would be the hub. Travelers, locals, trade deals, gossip, it would all start here. Let's go inside now. Now inside, the place just feels lived in. The layout's open, simple, timber beams, wooden floors with a mix of soil, a big hearth in the center. That fire, it's not just for vibe. It would have been the main source of heat and a spot for cooking too. We've got benches, mugs, half-eaten food on the tables. Even the floorboards look worn out. The place looks active. We can feel the traffic moving through here. And look up, those overhead beams? They'd have to support the upper floor or attic storage. Structurally, it all checks out. Clearly, whoever designed this space knew how these old buildings actually worked. Heading down towards the shoreline, things change. The air feels different, and so do the engineering challenges. These wooden jetties aren't just for docking boats, they are lifelines, built with timber piles driven into the shoreline, likely into layers of clay or dense soil, to keep everything stable against tides, waves, and shifting ground. You can spot signs of erosions right at the base. That's typical in tidal zones, especially without stone reinforcement or proper drainage to redirect the runoff. These docks support the village's economy through fishing, trading, and moving supplies. So if the jetty fails, the entire flow of goods could slow or stop. So even this humble timber structure plays a huge role. And the planks, some of them are uneven, maybe from tidal swelling, long-term use, or just plain weather damage. We're not just walking by some wooden post, we're seeing how thoughtful placement, material choice, and function all work together. If you're into more of this kind of fantasy world exploration, check out this video where we dive into the world of Skyrim. There's plenty more to uncover.